At last, nearly 6 months after his inauguration, President Muhammadu Buhari swore in his Federal Executive Council. The 36 ministers took their oath of office in groups of 4, which automatically signaled the constitution of the president's cabinet. But it did not all start this way.
On my professional and corporate interests.
Following the release of 36 names in 2 batches as ministerial nominees, for 3 weeks the Senate screened each of the nominees.
What will you do to raise the level of public health awareness in areas of cancer, areas of diabetes, and many other diseases that are now, very, very prevalent in this country, like prostate cancer? Thank you.
It's one of the leading cancers among men, and it's something that can be prevented, can be detected early. What we really need to do is to recognize public health education in cancer as a collective job. No one can do it alone. And therefore, all of us must put a little bit of public health education in everything that we do. One will be fascinated to visit some of the multinational companies. Whatever program they want to do, they take security issue first. They address you about escape route, about what to do when there is an alarm, and so on and so forth. So also must we do in trying to educate everybody about cancer, what we can do, early signs for cancer, and how to live a healthy life. With respect to harmony in the health sector, it is of concern to me because in the last couple of years, we've had a significant deterioration in the level of industrial harmony within the health sector. There has been constant fight over who the leader of the team is, and to me this is worrisome. I'm one of those who believe that leadership cannot be stolen, it cannot be grabbed, it is considered on someone. And what we should do is do it right, do it well. Someone said, leadership will get things done. And when someone says, where is the leader? Everybody will say, this is our leader. And when people acknowledge you as the leader, I think the storm will really die. What we need to do is to educate everybody that the most important person is the Nigerian citizen, either as a healthy person or as a sick person.
This area should be better organized and better supervised.
Following the conclusion of the screening and subsequent confirmation of the nominees as ministers, the names were handed to the President by the Senate President.
So I want to formally present the list of the nominees.
The Constitution certainly said there must be one member of the cabinet from all the states. The Constitution didn't say I must have 36 ministries. So I will exploit that detail because of the economic imperative to have less ministers, substantive ministers, let me put it that way, than whatever somebody speculated in some of today's papers. I think the economy, as I have seen it now, since my sitting here for the last 4 months, is that we are so much bettered. Although some people are saying I'm giving bad publicity, I'm scaring away investors. Any investor who is interested in investing in Nigeria, in fact, seems to know more about the economy than ourselves. So when I come and tell the truth about the position of the economy of the country, I'm going out looking for investors, but I'm confirming to them that we are truthful. We'll tell them the truth, that we need them to come to help us help ourselves by getting industries, manufacturing, employment, goods and services. They know our needs. But because we have human and material resources, I believe eventually they will come around and help us.
President Buhari took his ministers in waiting on a 2-day retreat where he told them what he expects from them.
The expectations of Nigerians are high. Our determination to succeed and change the fortunes of our country must be equal to the challenge. I have invited you to join me in this urgent mission for our country. I am convinced that in accepting this invitation, you are also equally determined to take part in this patriotic undertaking. This retreat, therefore, marks your first official contact with the machinery of this government, of which you will soon be an integral part. It is important that you are fully acquainted with the direction and priorities of this government so that we can all move together as a team. Our economic focus will be policies that will ensure inclusive growth, and we will count our achievements based on the number of Nigerians who move out of poverty.
Fast forward a week later, the ministers in waiting gathered in the council chamber with friends and family members witnessing the inauguration of the Federal Executive Council.
Under my consideration, what shall become known to me as Minister of the Government of the Federation.
The President, after the swearing-in, said that his administration will continue to implement policies that would improve the economy of the nation.
Since we assumed office in May, I have been mindful of the need to ensure that the appointment of new ministers translates into putting round pegs in round holes while showing sensitivity to our diversity as a people and our various positions as groups of stakeholders of our country. I have also been conscious of the need not to repeat such mistakes of the past where the right people were allocated the wrong portfolios, which translated into their performance poorly to our collective detriment despite their obvious capabilities. We intend to pursue policies that will generate massive employment for millions of our youth. We shall also continue with greater determination and focus to pursue our goals of ensuring improved security for our country and its citizens, and without letting up on our fight against corruption.
There are ministers for 24 ministries, with ministers of state to make up the list of 36 ministers. The highlight of his announcement is that he will take up the position of the Minister of Petroleum.
Speaking here is a substantive minister of petroleum.
The list of ministers and their portfolios are Abubakar Malami, SAN, Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation; Jeffrey Onyema, Minister of Foreign Affairs; Khadija Abba Ibrahim, Minister of State, Foreign Affairs; retired Brigadier General Mohammed Danali, Minister of Defense; Adamu, Minister of Education; Professor Anthony Onwuka, Minister of State for Education; Kemi Adeosun, Minister of Finance; Okechukwu Enilama, Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment; Aisha Abubakar, Minister of State, Industry, Trade and Investment; Dr. Chris Ngige, Minister of Labour and Employment; Barrister James Ocholi, Minister of State, Labour and Employment; Mohammed Bello, Minister of Federal Capital Territory; retired Lieutenant General Abdurrahman Dambazal, Minister of Interior; Senator Udoma Udo Udoma, Minister of Budget and National Planning; Zainab Ahmed, Minister of State, Budget and National Planning; Ibe Kachiku, Minister of State, Petroleum Resources. Babatunde Fashola, SAN, Minister of Power, Works and Housing. Mustafa Shehuri, Minister of State, Power, Works and Housing. Chief Audu Ugbe, Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development. Senator Heineken Lokobiri, Minister of State, Agriculture and Rural Development. Chibike Amechi, Minister of Transportation. Senator Hadi Sedika, Minister of State, Aviation. Professor Isaac Adewale, Minister of Health. Dr. Osage Enahiri, Minister of State, Health. Senator Aisha Al-Hassan, Minister of Women Affairs. Pastor Osani Uguru, Minister of Niger Delta. Professor Claudius Daramola, Minister of State, Niger Delta. Barrister Adebayo Shitu, Minister of Communications. Alhaji Lai Mohammed, Minister of Information and Culture. Amina Mohammed, Minister of Environment. Ibrahim Jibril, Minister of State, Environment. Engineer Suleiman Adamu, Minister of Water Resources. Barrister Solomon Dalong, Minister of Youth and Sports. Dr. Kayode Fayemi, Minister of Solid Minerals. Abubakar Buhari, Minister of State, Solid Minerals. Dr. Ogbonnaya Onu, Minister of Science and Technology.